You guys, if Stockx wanted to completely ruin sneaker resale as we know it, they could do so just by doing this one singular action. This right here is something that I've been watching for a few weeks, and well, I think if they chose to do this, they could change the sneaker game as we know it.
Yeah, he got kicks. I like swish. I don't miss. Don't do bricks. He got kicks. The kid is sick. Team with Rob, cause he got hits. He got kicks.
What is up, YouTube? I'm He Got Kicks. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell that we get all the notifications every time I drop on these bangers for you guys. Hit the like button, hit the share button, do all those great things for me. Follow me on Instagram at therealhegotkickz, and of course the hat page Perfectbrimz, and TikTok HeGotKicks95. You guys, today's video, what we are doing is talking about something that I guess is a investigation type video or something like that. Whatever we want to call it, we can call it whatever we want, but it's something that I've been kind of watching ever since Stockx did a certain promo, and it's about, again, I'm just going to reference one singular shoe because literally the same thing happens to just about every single shoe, but I'm gonna reference this one single shoe because I was watching it in particular to see where it landed and where it went afterwards. So I think personally Stockx could ruin sneaker resale if they chose to do this, and if they chose to also do it, they would become the singular #1 place that people bought shoes from. Even the people that probably didn't trust them as much probably would start to shop with them a whole lot more. So I think this one singular action could change things if they decided to do it. Now, even though I know they probably will never do it continuously, but they've been doing it a lot more often than I really ever remember them doing it before. So what I'm talking about, of course, is Stockx sometimes does a 100% off of seller fees. And of course, that right there in itself makes sneakers go down, because if you think about it, people put prices on certain thing or ask or whatever on certain shoes and everything high because they want to make a certain dollar amount. Well, so of course with the seller fees how they are, they went ahead and they put it on there and everything like that. I'll tell you guys really quick, I have 0 sales on Stockx in the last like couple years. Just go on here, give you guys like what their seller fees are and everything like that, because I just don't know anymore, because I don't know if they change them. I just really don't know. The Stockx seller fees consist of a transaction fee starting at 9, and of course there's like tiers and stuff like that. And then, of course, there's a standard process and payment fee of 3%. So all in total, basically starting out, sellers go from like basically a 12% fee. Of course, if you go down, there's a minimum 7% for top sellers. That right there, honestly, that's a lot. So whenever they put it at 0, there's still probably that 3% processing fee. But that is definitely nowhere near what, of course, their actual seller fee is. So if they do the 100% off, again, we're talking about a sneaker that I've talked about a lot, and one thing that I've done is watch it. So of course we're talking about Air Jordan 4 Undefeated. This sneaker right here released August 27th, of course, and this one is just one of those things that, again, a lot of people wanted, not a lot of people got. It was very you know, I guess really lightweight limited. But if you look at what it was the day of the 0% seller fees, a size 10 was $296, 10.5 was $294, 11 $299, 13 $300, men's 12 is $312. They basically sat and hovered around that $296 to $300 on an average. Now, if you look at where they are now, they've gone up a little bit, not like a crazy lot, but a size 10 is $234, 9.5 is $320, a 10.5 is $330. So, and of course a 14 is $339, a 12 is $310, 13 is of course that $315. So if you look at it over that time, they have gone back up. So you can only sit here and think, what if Stockx just continuously did that? the 0% off of seller fees and just did the processing fee and maybe added like another percent or whatever, because the pure volume that they would do at that point, even though their volume right now is probably absolutely ridiculous, and of course they probably see tens of thousands of shoes a day. So if they were to just take away that 9% seller fee to 7% seller fee, if they took that down, then more than likely what would happen is everybody would then go to that app and just strictly sell there, because you don't have to put high asks on stuff. The amount of times that, the prices will go down. So the amount of time to sell shoes that sit on there is going to be absolutely a whole lot less time than what is now. You really have to think about how that would change everything, because if you look at it, a lot of these stores, whenever you're in store and everything like that, they usually put it Stockx plus fees plus 20% after the ask. If the asks were lower, and of course if the fees were a little bit lower, we might see prices drop drastically in resale. And I think this right here ultimately could kill resale in itself. And because again, now will it ever do it completely? No. There's going to be stuff like, there's always been resellers as long as I've been in it. There's always been resellers. I remember being resold stuff literally as a high schooler, 8th grade. Then of course going into freshman, sophomore, junior, stuff like that, buying stuff off of resellers then. I remember that. And they've always been there. It's never been what it is now, that's for sure. But they could ultimately really kill resale just by doing one singular thing. That's absolutely crazy to think about. I never really thought about that, and again, that's why I wanted to kind of watch the Undefeated and just kind of see how the prices go and everything like that with the 0%. And they dropped drastically, as you guys saw. They dropped quite a bit and then went back up quite a bit because those people want to make certain prices off those shoes. So I think ultimately this is a crazy concept and a cool thing for Stockx to do. Maybe they're doing it to pump more volume through, of course, their distribution centers and stuff like that. That could potentially be it. I don't know personally why they do it, because if you do it for a little bit, you could really do it all the time. So I think this right here is something super crazy that is just an insane idea that I'm going to throw out there, that maybe Stockx sees it or whatever. This right here would be something absolutely crazy to do, would be fun to do. But at the end of the day, Stockx is going to do what they want to do. Again, the people that I think don't trust them, ultimately, if they saw something like that and saw the prices be drastically different than GOAT, then they would probably go with always the cheaper one. So that's what I think would happen. And I think honestly they could kill GOAT with that. Even though a lot of people respect GOAT and trust GOAT like myself, I think ultimately that right there would be absolutely insane. So I think this one action could change a lot of things if they just decided to do it longer. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. As always, you guys, man, I love you guys. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for everything. And again, as always, I hope you guys have a great day. And of course, man, I hope you guys have a great rest of y'all's week. It is raining here. It is bad weather. So of course, if you're anywhere in the South, try to stay dry. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all. See you on tomorrow's video. Peace.